Hello guys, this is leathertoolz. I thought I would be giving up on this blade, but let's give a second try. Like the comment in the previous video, the edge was too dark to be quenched, and yes, that's because the stock is too thin and the heat dissipation happens too quickly at the thin side. So this edge part loses its heat very fast. I did my best from the oven to the quench tank. I tried to do it quickly but correctly as possible, but I think it was too slow anyways. And too many factors are unknown in these steels. It could be stainless steel, it could be much lower carbon steel, and because I did quite safe, I did a safe way to harden this blade. This time I'll try to go quite harsh. I will raise the temperature much higher and I will quench it in water. Yeah. So I will document the process and let's see how it happens. So this is what it looks like after heat treatment and tempering process. Before I do the heat treatment, I cut off the very thin stock and I re-profile the blade. Now it has a chisel grind, one flat and one has a bevel like Chardonnay blade. So then I can do the comparison directly compared to this one and this one. And as you can see, there's a lot of twist going on in the blade. There's a severe curvature, and if you see in real eyes right now, there is some wave formation here, so it has gone through a lot of twists while doing the quenching process. But I don't mind much because if you insert this blade into the handle, it straightens out pretty much all the way. So it's really not an issue for this knife, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Even if I can try to cut on this portion here, but then I will not able to use this part when this blade was inserted into the handle. So I will just leave it as it is, so that I can use this portion using this part inserted into this part in the future as I use the blade. And by look at it, it's not as clean as the first heat treatment, but I think it's a good sign. I see this is typical formation of martensites, and I need to check it by sharpening it, and I need to do some cutting tests. So you guys seen me sharpening this knife a lot, but since this is a new edge, I will try to show it very quickly how you sharpen this knife. So I sharpened it very well. Only difference was this side, one side's flat and this side has a bevel, but sharpening method is the same. Yeah, so it's very sharp now, and I'll just try to cut these leather. It's almost 3mm vegetable tan leather, and it's the same leather that I used in the previous video that I test this original blade with. So you will just compare how much it cuts more or less. We'll see. Yeah. So let's start. It cuts very nice. When I sharpened this blade, I felt it got a little bit difficult to sharpen, which is a good sign, because if it's difficult to sharpen, it means this blade got harder than before. So it means it can hold its edge much longer than before. Okay. I think by feeling now, it's not a quantitative measure. It feels that it has just a similar result like before. I don't see a significant progress. I mean, it doesn't show really the beneficial out of doing the reheat treatment. Let me try to cut thin leather. No, so thin vegetable thin leather, 1 millimeter, I think. Okay. It cuts very good, I think. Yeah. It keeps showing this unclean cut, dirty cut in the beginning, so I guess I'm putting more pressure as I go through this part than I start. So yeah, so it doesn't matter how quickly it got dull before. What I can say for sure is that even with this much of cutting, let's say, just forget about the past, okay? About this much of cutting and this much of cutting as well, this blade is already got dull that it doesn't really, it doesn't feel pleasant to cut. So it's really not clean feeling, you know. I just have to really press it down to cut into the leather. Maybe I will just try to strop it and see how it gets sharpened again. No, it doesn't get too sharp. It doesn't get too sharp. It's just a similar. Yeah, definitely it's the end. This edge is dull again. I need to sharpen it again. So this much of a leather cut, I'll show you, and the edge is dull again, so I need to sharpen again. So I will do the comparison with other blade as well. So this was the reheat treatment of the Blanchard Indispensable. I tried to both, I will try to do heat treat in a different way. Still the blade is not so good to use, you know. I think it's not the heat treatment, or maybe it's just my wrong assumption that this blade is carbon steel. Maybe this is really stainless steel. Not sure, but then again, either my heat treatment failed or the steel is really not good quality, that you cannot really get anything out of it. So that was interesting results, and thanks for guys who already commented in the previous video about the process and what was wrong with it and so on, because I could get the new ideas from you guys as always. So it was good to have this comment and interaction with you guys. So that was a fun project for me. Now I know that this steel is really out of my reach. Yeah. So so yeah, I'll choose different blades to use this brass handle. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, as always, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye bye.